Ever wondered why it's so difficult to break bad habits or form good ones? Well, the secret lies in understanding atomic habits. These are small, incremental, and repeatable actions that, when consistent, can have a monumental impact over time. Think of atomic habits as the building blocks of our daily routines. They might seem insignificant at first, but their power lies in their ability to compound, to snowball into something far greater and more significant. Now you might be asking, shouldn't we focus on our goals? Yes, goals are important, but it's the systems we put in place, the routines we follow, and the habits we cultivate that truly determine our success. It's the journey, not just the destination, that shapes us and our outcomes. This journey, these systems, and these atomic habits are what we'll explore together. So let's dive into the world of tiny changes for remarkable results. Welcome to Atomic Habits. The secret to forming good habits lies in understanding the 4 laws of behavior change. These laws are: make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. Let's begin with the first law, make it obvious. Good habits are more likely to take root when they are visibly placed within our daily lives. For example, if you want to start reading more, leave a book on your bedside table or coffee table. By making the habit obvious, you're more likely to engage in it. Next, we have the second law, make it attractive. The more appealing the habit, the more likely you are to follow through. Let's say you want to start running in the morning. Pairing this habit with something you enjoy, like listening to your favorite podcast, can make the task more attractive, increasing the chances you'll stick with it. The third law is, make it easy. The less effort a habit requires, the more likely it is to be established. So, if you're aiming to eat healthier, prepping your meals in advance can reduce the effort required at mealtimes, making it easier for you to stick to your new habit. Finally, the fourth law, make it satisfying. We're more likely to repeat a behavior when the experience is satisfying. For instance, if you want to spend less time on your phone, use a tracking app that celebrates your screen-free time. This instant gratification makes the habit more satisfying and thus more likely to be repeated. But the magic happens when all 4 laws are applied together. They form a system that can help us create positive habits and break the negative ones. Let's take the example of drinking more water. Keep a water bottle visible at your workplace. Make it obvious. Infuse it with fruits you love. Make it attractive. Use a bottle that's easy to drink from. Make it easy. And feel the instant satisfaction of staying hydrated. Make it satisfying. By applying these laws, you can create a system that encourages good habits and discourages bad ones. It's not about making a single massive change, but about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. After all, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Small improvements can lead to big results over time, thanks to the power of compounding. Imagine a snowflake falling onto a mountain peak. Over time, with each additional flake, the snowpack grows, eventually leading to an avalanche. The snowflake represents the small, consistent actions you take, and the avalanche symbolizes the monumental results that can occur. But here's the kicker. Just like the snow that doesn't immediately cause an avalanche, your efforts might not show immediate results. This is what we call the plateau of latent potential. It's that frustrating period where you're putting in the work, but not seeing the fruits of your labor, yet. It's crucial to understand that this is simply the calm before the storm. The power of compounding is not just about the accumulation of actions, but also about the accumulation of patience. So remember, success doesn't happen overnight. Be patient. Be persistent. Our habits follow a loop: cue, craving, response, reward. Understanding this loop is key to creating or breaking habits. This loop begins with a cue, a trigger that initiates the behavior. It could be anything from a notification on your phone to the sight of the gym on your daily commute. The cue sparks a craving, an emotional response that drives us to act. This could be the desire for social approval or the longing for a sense of accomplishment. Then comes the response, the actual behavior or habit we perform, whether it's scrolling through social media or hitting the gym. Finally, we reach the reward, the end goal of every habit that satisfies the craving and, importantly, teaches us to associate certain cues with pleasure or relief. By aligning the 4 laws of behavior change, making it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying, With each stage of the habit loop, we can consciously design our habits. This way, we can turn our behaviors into automatic responses that serve our goals. Dopamine, the pleasure hormone, plays a crucial role in habit formation. As the brain's reward system, it serves as a motivating force, driving us toward actions that bring pleasure and steer us away from discomfort. Interestingly, dopamine isn't just released when we experience a reward, it also surges in anticipation of that reward. This anticipation creates a powerful feedback loop, reinforcing our actions and turning them into habits. To leverage dopamine in habit formation, the key is to make habits more attractive and satisfying. If you want to make a habit out of reading, for instance, start with books that genuinely interest you, making the process enjoyable and satisfying. This way, the dopamine release will encourage you to repeat the habit. However, be wary of dopamine traps. This neurotransmitter also plays a role in addictions and distractions. Overindulgence in dopamine-releasing activities can lead to negative habits. Remember, balance is key. Harnessing the power of dopamine can make habit formation an enjoyable process. Temptation bundling and habit stacking are two powerful techniques for forming good habits. Temptation bundling is all about pairing a habit you need to do with one that you love to do. Let's say you're trying to make a habit of exercising more, but you also love catching up on your favorite podcast. Why not combine the two? Listen to your podcast while you exercise. This way, the habit you're trying to form becomes more attractive and satisfying. On the other hand, habit stacking involves linking a new habit with an existing one. For instance, if you have a habit of having a cup of coffee every morning and you're trying to form a habit of reading more, you can stack these habits. Read a chapter of a book while you enjoy your morning coffee. This makes the new habit more obvious and easy to remember. By using these techniques, you can make habit formation more obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying.